Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having a good day. So in my opinion, the morning is the perfect time for being a little bit more intentional with our actions because it helps to set the tone for the rest of the day and helps to put us in a bit of a better headspace right off the bat. I've been implementing a lot more mindfulness into my mornings lately, and it makes a world of a difference in how my day unfolds. Mindfulness is all about having an awareness of our surroundings, of what's happening around us, and when it comes to the start of our day, an awareness of the decisions that we make and how they might affect our well-being. Now, everyone has differently structured days. Some people have to get up at 6 a.m., some people have to be at work for 1 p.m., some people can sleep in a little bit later, but regardless, we all have at least some control over what we can choose to do with the very beginning of our day. In today's video, we're going to explore 7 mindful morning habits to inspire you to start your day off on the right foot. Let's get started. Create a morning space that allows you to take your time and not rush. This often starts with the night before, especially with going to bed a little bit earlier. You're gonna feel far more refreshed if you get a proper night's sleep. I know sometimes easier said than done, but it really does make a big difference in how your morning is going to feel. And tidying up a little bit so that you can wake up to a more organized space, especially when it comes to our kitchen. We're gonna be a lot more likely to want to spend time in there and enjoy our breakfast, which we're going to talk more about in a moment. Other things like preparing some ingredients for breakfast or making your lunch at night or setting out your clothes are some other things that you can do to help to give you a little bit more time in the morning so that you're not rushed. And by the way, don't feel like you have to get up 4 hours early to have some elaborate perfect morning routine. Find the time that works best for you and for your lifestyle and stick with that. Give yourself some time before checking your phone. This is something that very easily turns into mindless scrolling, even if it's just 15 or 30 minutes where you can be more present with your other morning tasks. Before checking your phone makes a big difference in allowing us to be more mindful, because unfortunately our phones and other kinds of technology are quite often mindfulness thieves. Keeping your phone away from your bedside at night can help to stop you from grabbing it first thing in the morning. So either putting it across the room or downstairs or just in another room or charging it elsewhere. Letting the daylight in and really absorbing it for a moment is fantastic for our mental and emotional health, not only because of how it feels to see or feel sunlight, but because of how it actually can help to support our body's circadian rhythm. I also love just opening up my window altogether for some morning air. This is one of my favorite places to kind of go to take a few deep breaths in the morning and just kind of observe the world around me. Now, this is great if you have a front porch or a backyard or a back deck or any kind of window that you can stand by. I'm in an apartment, so I have a little Juliet balcony, but I do every morning. I open it up and I just take just a few moments. Doesn't have to be long. Making the bed is very simple, but this is another thing that helps to set the tone for the rest of the day. A tidy space helps tidy our mind, and a simple act like this encourages mindfulness because you are aware of your surroundings and how they look and how they feel. For me, making the bed is also a habit that helps me to kind of kickstart a productive day as well. Make your coffee or tea at home as opposed to takeout. Enjoy whichever ritual you have around this, whether that's choosing your tea, boiling the water, steeping it in your mug, or just the enjoyment and anticipation of preparing your coffee. But the key here is to take the time to sit down and enjoy it slowly before you need to head out and start your day. Another really important thing to do here, similar to taking time with your tea or your coffee, is to take the time to sit down and eat your breakfast without being rushed. This has far more benefits than you may realize. Being present makes food more enjoyable to consume because you're better able to notice tastes and textures and your satiety levels. Less stress around mealtime, and chewing your food thoroughly also means better digestion. And a homemade breakfast, of course, means better nutrition as we avoid takeout from drive-thrus or coffee shops. Don't get me wrong though, I actually really like coffee shops. I will sometimes go there later in the morning or in the early afternoon to get some work done. Sometimes that helps me feel more productive. But first thing in the morning, there is something so nice about having our morning rituals around our tea and our coffee and our breakfast, and being in that calm environment where we can fully enjoy what's in front of us instead of being on the go or being in our car or rushing around. If it helps, prepping your breakfast the night before, or batch cooking some recipes for the week, or making a recipe in a slow cooker overnight, or whipping up something quick like a smoothie in the morning, these are all great ways to help make breakfast time a little bit easier for you. Reflect on your goals or your intentions for the day. This might mean reviewing your to-do list. I use Evernote primarily, which is an online note-taking app, but whether it's reviewing what's on your calendar or just jotting down a few notes, or even just asking yourself what it is that you want to get out of your day. A short minute or two of mindfulness meditation or gratitude can also work wonders for helping to kind of create that calm, intentional headspace first thing in the morning. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that there's something in this list that I shared with you today that you might find helpful. Perhaps you're already doing a couple of these things, but leave me a comment below with some tips that you might have on having a bit more of a mindful morning or being a little bit more intentional, because I know it makes such a difference in my life. I'll see you all in my next video.